Hello and welcome to this new painting, A Field of Wildflowers. This is a loose, happy painting. Come, paint with me. I'm just splashing on mixtures of lavender and Prussian blue, and I'm going to add a touch of magenta. I'm just trying to give the impression of tinted evening sky. I've added this very watery blend of lemon and leaf green for where my field will begin. For the clouds, I'm just using a clean, damp brush to gently sweep away some of the paint. And I'm left with soft, fluffy clouds. I'm adding dots of magenta and lavender for my wildflowers. It's going to be a whole field of dotted flowers basking in the evening light. I will cover the dots with masking fluid and then I'll paint over them with several different shades. Let's see how it looks. And that's my field of wildflowers. I will let it dry naturally and then add masking fluid to each little dot. The flowers in the foreground are larger than the ones in the distance. That gives it a lot of depth, as you will see. I'm going to add several layers of greens, a little bit of yellow, just to give it more depth. And finally, I'll be adding some trees in the distance. This is a mixture of sap and leaf green that I had on my palette. I will be adding a richer blend of these colors. And to darken it, I will add a little bit of Prussian blue. I like darkening the edges of my painting because the viewer is automatically guided to the center. I'm using a size 10 round brush just to scrape up some of that damp green paint to give a fuzzy edge to my field, an impression of distant grasses just growing wild. My brush is just damp and I'm just scraping the green paint upwards. As my brush gets drier, I dampen it a little bit more, but not too much. I'm adding another layer of my green mixtures to the foreground. Just darkening it a little bit there. And I will add another layer as well. Actually, I will add several layers, but I will let each layer dry before I add the next one. I'm using my rigger brush to add some darker values to the foreground. I have mixed in my greens a hint of Prussian blue to add a slight darker value. Just a few shadows and dark stalks in between. It's been such a rainy couple of days. Cold, crisp, and cloudy. But at least it has stopped now, and the birds are out, and of course, spring is in the air. And despite all that rain, we do think of flowers and fun. Adding a few more dark shadows, darker stalks in between. And with my number 10 round brush, I will darken the edges. Just in the foreground. For the distant trees, I've added just lavender with a hint of magenta and just a breath of leaf green at the very edges. There's not too much detail here because those trees are in the very distance. I feel that the field could be darkened a little in the foreground, so with my rigger brush, I'm just adding a little more of the dark mixture. Just a few strokes towards the edges. It lends more depth. I'm adding a few lemon yellow stalks as well, just to give the impression of light catching among the weeds. I decided to add a little fence, a distant, half-hidden fence, crooked, and something that you generally find in a field somewhere. So I'm using my micro liner pen for that. Just a very simple, rudimentary representation of a fence in the distance. I have removed all the masking fluid, and now I'm just adding a dash of color to my wildflowers. I'm going to add lavender, magenta, and some lemon yellow as well. It's going to be a happy assortment of wildflowers. I'm just completing the visual of the trees in the distance. Not too much detail, just a few fine branches and twigs, just to complete the composition. I'm using my rigger brush to do this, and the brush is nearly dry. I'm just literally scraping the brush onto the paper. I also take this opportunity to thank each of my subscribers for your support, your motivation, your comments. It means a lot to me. And now that I have opened membership, I invite you to please do join. I have special exclusive member perks. Please check the description for more details. I'm just adding a few birds. And we are nearly done. I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration, and I hope it inspires you to try it out yourself. Thank you for watching, and happy painting!